Hi guys, and welcome to Gaming Weekends. This is our first video, and today we're going to be going over the new content or the new downloadable content for Assassin's Creed 2 Battle of Forli. And Battle of Forli is one of two new what's going to be downloadable content packs for Assassin's Creed 2. You can get that now through Xbox Live for about 320 points, I believe. The content itself is not very much, it's about 600 megabytes, but it does give you about an hour or less, more or less about an hour of gameplay, and a few more scenes that do add a little bit to the story that you should definitely check out. If you have played Assassin's Creed 2 already, you may have noticed that you can actually already see sequences 12 and 14, but they do appear to be deactivated. Battle of Forli actually activates sequence 12 and takes place right after joining the group of assassins. So it's not something that's towards the end of the game, it's actually right towards the middle. Otherwise, you just get into the game thinking it's part of the end game or takes place after you pass the game. You might get a little lost there, so just keep in mind it does take place right after you join the assassins, and quite some interesting sequences that take place, so you should definitely check out. Sequence 12 involves having to help a new character, or a character named Caterina Sforza, to defend her basically town. It's a little bit more in depth than that, but we'll just go ahead and leave it there, not to spoil anything there. But the combat itself is a little bit more of the same. We see the same combat that we've seen through the whole game. Nothing has really changed. The only difference now is you do have to fight various guards at the same time. And it's usually not an issue, but Assassin's Creed combat system wasn't the best. And once you have more than 5 enemies at the screen at a single time, it becomes really hard to target all of them. If you don't actually use the targeting at all, you end up hitting some of the own guards that are on your side, and they start striking you back. There's a sequence where you actually have to fight alongside Caterina Sforza, and you actually get hit by her quite a lot, so you just have to be careful how you take her and manage it, but other than that, it's not too bad. The second part of the game is a little bit more stealthy. There's a little fighting sequence that's quite interesting. But other than that, it's pretty much the same thing that you've already seen all of through the normal gameplay if you've already played through Assassin's Creed 2.
I'll do anything. I'm with you.
One of the few interesting things is you do get to use Da Vinci's flying machine again. So if you did miss those 5 gamer points for
so much bloodshed,
knocking the soldier down or the guard down, you can definitely go ahead and try that again. It's a nice bonus. It should have been included the first time, but since all these sequences were already in the game, they had already more than likely planned this to try to get those people who didn't get the gamer score just to buy it for that one content. since it is directly advertised when you try to go ahead and download that. So that's one of their big selling points. The content itself is not much. It does take only about 45 minutes, an hour to get through it. So it's not terribly long. It does have some interesting scenes. The combat's interesting. It's a little bit different. Again, a little bit of the same, but it does add a different element there with all the new, or all the number of enemies on the screen at the same time. It doesn't contain any other additional content, no weapons, no armors, no new gear, no new elements at all other than just the new sequence. But for 320 points, it's not bad. Hopefully the next downloadable content or the next DLC pack has something a little bit more to add to the game than this one did. The good thing now is because of the new downloadable content and the new content that is available, it seems Ubisoft has actually dropped the game of Assassin's Creed. So if you haven't picked this up yet, you can do so for about $40, and most GameStops and Toys R Us now actually have that price now. So if you want to check it out, you want to try the game out, you can pick it up for pretty cheap now and get another $4 there for downloadable content. So go ahead and try and check that out if you get a chance. It's not too bad, it's pretty decent. And hopefully you guys can join us next week where we'll be going over Mass Effect 2. It has been a week already since the release, but hopefully that'll give some of you guys who play it before I ruin it for all of you with some spoilers. But if you have anything to say or you want to leave any comments regarding Mass Effect 2, we can discuss them in the next video. And again, stay tuned for that video coming next week.